Hi everyone, it's Don and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Well, we have one cruise ship stuck in Southampton. We have another cruise ship that has to swap ships again. We have another cruise ship that canceled a year of sailings. And then we have another one that turns out it's the largest ship ever. So first off, we were in Plymouth Sound yesterday. We are just about to head out now. We're in the Atlantic, the very first portion of our 7 days across the Atlantic, and we are still around 400 to 500 feet depth right now. Within 5 hours, that'll be 2,000 to 3,000 feet and getting bigger. And so we'll be getting deeper and deeper as we get away. But apparently, the MS Rotterdam, the new one, the Rotterdam 7 basically, turns out it's the largest ship ever to visit Plymouth Sound. I find that really hard to believe. It was a really lovely little port, but apparently, yeah, we broke a record. Who knew that that was the case? I guess it's not normally a stop anymore in there, but it used to be when the ships were much, much smaller. I was surprised to learn, some people were telling me, and some news articles here in the UK were saying, yeah, it was the largest ship ever to visit. And this is not a large ship. This holds, I think, 2,800 passengers. So it's not a large ship. It's kind of really surprised me. It really did. However, we did have to tender, so that should give you an idea. If it can't hold a dock for this size ship, then yeah, can you imagine getting the 6,000 and 7,000 passenger ships into this port by tender all the time? Well, we also have problems for a P&O cruise ship. It was in Southampton, all set to sail away at 4:30, and then 4:30 rode around and the ship was still there. 5:30, 6:30, 7:30, and the ship still hadn't set sail, and people found out, yeah, it looks like something got wrapped around or wedged into the ship's propeller. So it wasn't able to leave. It's something that some people were saying it looks like it's the from a cleaning device that they were using, but they're kind of just hazarding a guess. No official word yet from P&O of when the ship will get underway. It might be on its way now. Remember, I'm in the middle of the ocean. I don't have great internet out here. It's taking me forever to download these videos. But yeah, if it's not one thing, it's another, right? Now, something got wrapped around a propeller and keeps you from sailing out. But the customers are taking it quite well in hand. One was quoted as saying, you know what? I have a bottle of champagne. I'm sitting on my balcony. Life could be much worse than spending a couple extra hours in port. And yep, I completely agree. All right. Then we have a cruise ship, the Aida cruise ships. They have to swap ships because one of their ships, the Sol, I believe, was part of 100 and some day world cruise. But it's in need of having some repairs done. And it figured when it's doing this 100+ passenger 4-month world cruise, it wouldn't have time to stop in and get the repairs done on the ship. So they're swapping the world cruise for with another ship, and that ship will take over the world cruise, and the Sol will take over the itinerary of the other ship. I don't know if there's going to be too much disruption to the cabins or anything along those lines with anybody sailing on that ship. But I'm sure if you're on the world cruise, you're very happy to find out that, yeah, you're getting on a ship that isn't starting off your 100+ day world cruise with engine problems. Yeah, that would not be good, right? Let's start the 4-month journey knowing we might not get there. That's a terrific way to start. We also have in the news an entire year canceled of cruises, and we have Carnival in the news again. But before I get there, let me just invite you to hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. Keeps you up to date with all things cruising, from ship swaps to, hey, record-breaking cruise ports from the ship I'm on here to Rotterdam, who knew, to changes in protocols and financial problems for some cruise lines and things like that. It'll keep you up to date with everything, including possible ways to make your journey that much easier on your next cruise, and maybe even save you some money along the way. Doesn't cost anything, it just tells YouTube, hey, people are enjoying cruising videos, let's share it to more people and see if they're interested too. And again, it really helps the channel out, and I'd really appreciate it. Let's start off with Carnival Cruise Line. Carnival Cruise Line just raised another $2 billion in financing, but this time it's kind of like a refinancing. They wanted to get, because of interest rates climbing and things, they wanted to get lower rates. And so they put out a bond yield, and they put up 12 of their cruise ships as collateral. So if they default on this $2 billion loan, those 12 cruise ships will be owned by the banks. And we all know what happens when cruise ships get owned by the banks. They get scrapped and sold, or get stuck in bidding wars like what's going on with one of the largest ships in the world over in Asia that Disney's looking at maybe buying, who knows. But yeah, it's an interesting, apparently it'll be a better yield and a better deal for Carnival, and it'll help them get through the initial stretch, because their bookings are quite high right now. And from all accounts, if you look, you see all over the main cruise ports areas predicting record year coming in 2023. We have Aruba predicting record-breaking. You have Cozumel, you have Antigua, you have San Juan, and you have the ports of Miami, Fort Lauderdale, Carnival, just predicting record-breaking years next year. So we imagine they're going to get their money back, but that's as long as the economy just doesn't head right down in the dumper. But let's keep our fingers crossed that doesn't happen. And then we have the Costa Fortuna, I believe it's called, and it is it's canceling a lot of sailings, a full year of sailings. Now these were based around Turkey cruises, and the company is reevaluating those sailings. They're saying we have to look at this as it might not be the best fit for that ship. And apparently they're going to announce new itineraries for the ship coming out. But yeah, can you imagine just pulling an entire year's worth of sailings off of a ship's itinerary? Just leaves a lot of things up. And it just goes to show right now, partly that the world is in some turmoil with what's going on in Russia, the infighting between Taiwan and China and United States, all kinds of things that are going on right now, the world fuel crisis that's going on, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Cruise lines have to adapt, and they have to adapt quickly, and they have to put their ships where they think they're going to be, first of all, safest, second of all, actually make some money. So this might not be the only ships we see down the road canceling entire itineraries for a year or more, depending on what's going on where they were supposed to be sailing. Welcome to modern living, everybody, and modern cruising. But as you can see, I'm in my robe. I've been relaxing today, where it's my first full sea day. And we had no internet, we had no nothing all morning. And so I just slept in and relaxed. I just got back from the gym, and I'm stepping into the shower momentarily there. But I said, oh, internet popped on, and who knows how long I'll have it. So I better do my video when I have a chance, because I may miss internet for the next 7 days crossing the Atlantic. You just never ever know. Well, I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Want to see more tips, more tricks, more travel blogs from around the world? Hit that subscribe button. Till next time, have yourself a safe and a great vacation.